everybody, welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the mess that this is. It's a migraine day. It's mild right now, but yeah. So I'm here to do my August TBR. So I'm going to do the 10 books for the Triple RC challenge. The 10 books I pick for the Million More Pages challenge because I started late, so I'm doing 10 books a month. I haven't finished June's and I haven't finished July's. So this month I've picked smaller books or easy for me to get through so I can kind of get caught up. The only ones I strive to get done are the Triple RC challenge books because those are monthly. Whereas the Million More Pages, it's whenever I can read them in, slot them in. So the first book I'm reading that's not any part of any challenges will be Louise Penny's A Fatal Grace because I've had this on hold at the library for months. There's a waiting list, so I only have it for 3 weeks, so I got it last week, so I need to read it the first week of August, and it's book 2 in the Armand Gamache series. He's an inspector in rural, I think he's based out of Montreal, but Three Pines, or he goes back and forth, but it's a rural town called Three Pines in Quebec. So, yay for Canadian. So that one's the first one that's going to get read, and then because I have to bring it back. So the August Triple RC challenge, and I'm reading off my tablet. The first one is Happy August Birthday. Read a book published in August, or read a book with green on the cover, or in honor of August's birthday, the Peridot is how I used to pronounce it, is Something Unexpected by Wendy Warren. There's lots of green on that cover. I'm trying to also read these books so I can get rid of them and off my shelves. I keep certain ones, but they can get passed. My mom passed them on to me. I passed them on to other people. So that's the first one. The second one is Baby Names. Read a book with this name character in the book, or written by that character, or by what their names mean. So the first one is Audrey, Noble Strength; Iris, Colorful Rainbow; Leo, Lion; Luke, Person from Lucania. So I chose Deserving of Luke by Tracy Wolff. Actually, let's see what... Rosemary Jeffers, this is for the first one, knew she was in trouble when the handsome stranger who romanced her on the dance floor turned out to be the pharmacist in her new hometown. Dean Kingsley wasn't merely irresistible, he was an honorable man who played for keeps, and they were about to share a whole lot more than a slow dance. After all, she was having his baby. So, accidental baby. And then this one is Stepping into her Oregon hometown. Paige Matthews remembers why she left. Being the subject of the local rumor mill should be old hat to her. Maybe the reason she's a little touchier this time around is her son. One look at him and there's no doubt Logan Powell is his father. With the past between her and Logan, the gossips have a field day with that. I had no idea that these two were both about secret accidental babies. So, number 3 is Featured Author Challenge, and it's Lorraine Heath, and I did find one. Let me see. No, wrong one. I have them kind of sort of ready. So I'm going to be reading Beyond Scandal and Desire by Lorraine Heath. It's a Sins for All Seasons novel. I don't know which number it is, but there's that one. It's historical romance. So then challenge 4 is August 1st, 1779, birthday of Francis Scott Key, author of the national anthem. Read a book with a lawyer or author in the story, or 6 or 3 in the page count, or set in Maryland. And this one I am doing, I think it's book 2 in the FBI U.S. Attorney series. And it's A Lot Like Love by Julie James. So one of them's a U.S. attorney and one's FBI. Okay, close. Thank you. The next one is number 5, August 4th, 1900, birthday of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother of England. Read a book set in England with royalty in the story or with a mother in the story. And I'm picking book 2 of the Vengaria royalty, and it's by Jennifer Ashley. It's called The Mad Bad Duke. Read the first one several years ago, and then I couldn't find this one. I had it on my shelves. I couldn't find it. I found it, so I can read it now. And it's Megan Tavistock could easily see how Alexander had earned the nickname Mad Bad Duke. His deep blue eyes promised sinful pleasure, his touch burned through the silk of her dress, and his rich voice intimated that as soon as they were skin to skin, he'd fulfill desires she didn't even know she had. So, challenge 6 is National Kool-Aid Day. The holiday is observed on the second Friday in August. Read a book with any 2 of the associated colors, and they give you a list. Red, purple, yellow, orange, brown on the cover. And this is going to be A Time to Keep by Curtis and Matlock. There's brown, orange on the cover. And I think this is book 16 in the Made in America series by Silhouette. This is old, like old. When was this published? 1987. So yeah. And it's Kansas. There's one for every state. I do not have them all. I have a couple, but I'm assuming that it's just, you don't have to read this series in order. So as a successful financier of an old Kansas family, Jason Kenyon had it all: wealth, respect, power. The one thing he lacked was time. He found himself in the middle of his life, alone and with no sense of purpose. And then he met Lauren Howard. She brought to him the passion he thought he would never again experience. She showed him there was time left ahead, if he could only get beyond the 20 years that separated them and dared to love. So it sounds like from the look of him, he's older. So an age gap romance. That was 6. Number 7, National Rollercoaster Day. This holiday is always celebrated on August 16th. Read a book with a fair or a carnival in the story, set in New York or on an island, so I chose Caraval by Stephanie Garber. It's the first book in the series, but I've never read Night Circus. I have it, but I wanted a shorter book, and from the looks of it, it's not that much shorter. So I just know it's a carnival, and there's invitations, and one sister gets one, I think, and gets taken to this carnival, and the other one's trying to get there to save her, I think. Not sure, but I think that's pretty much what the story was. Number 8, National Mountain Climbing Day. The holiday is always observed on August 1st. Read a book with a mountain on the cover or set in the mountains. Read a book with an athletic character. And this one is Impossible to Resist by Janice Maynard, and I think it's 3 or 4 in the Wolf Mountain series. Doesn't say. Oh, wait, there it goes. It's number 3 in the Men of Wolf Mountain. It's about a set of brothers that live on a mountain. They own it, and their last name is Wolf. And they call it Wolf Mountain. So, cat hair. Imposing and brooding, Dr. Jacob Wolf has built a wall around his heart, as impregnable as the mountain on which he lives, until with one simple request, Hollywood beauty Ariel Dane knocks it down. So, cat fur, sorry. Next one is number 9, National Middle Child's Day. The holiday is always held on the second Saturday in August. Read a book in the middle of a series with a character who is the middle child or a trait of a middle child. And that one, I picked this because it's in the middle of a series. And it is book 4 in the Wolf Mountain series by Janice Maynard. And it's The Maid's Daughter. So he thought he was finished rescuing damsels in distress. After all, he hadn't planned. Wow, I can speak today. After all, hadn't playing hero gotten millionaire Devlin Wolfe into enough trouble? Still, when a car accident lands Gillian Carlyle at his feet, he can't walk away, even when he learns of her connection to his past. So, second chance, maybe? Although it doesn't sound like it. And book 10 was It's Always Read What You Want. So, this one, I will be... What I do for the random ones, the pick any book, is I like to use Penny's TBR machine from Penelope's... Penelope the Paperback Cat, I think. I'll put the link in the description below for her channel. I'm having a hard time today. So this one, I will be reading Jared's Counterfeit Fiancé by Brenda Jackson. It's, I think, book 5 or 6 in the Westmoreland series. I know it's hard to see. So that one is what came up. I forget what it was about. Oh, I'm not sure if it was to continue a series. No, Own Voices. It was Read an Own Voices book. So Brenda Jackson is a person of color. Her stories are pretty much people of color, so Own Voices. So the next 10 books are the million more pages challenges. And I do these, I have to do them off camera, because I choose them and it takes me a while to find the books. So I have a list here of the challenge numbers. So the first one that came up is number 36. And that is search a TBR by 50 books per page and sort by title A to Z. Pick a book off the first page. So this one is Adopted Parents by Candy Halliday. It's a Suddenly a Parent series. Hallie Weston has always known she's not mommy material. She's a career girl through and through, and that's never been a problem until now, because suddenly she's guardian for her infant niece in charge of finding new adopted parents. Worse, she's sharing that responsibility with the baby's uncle, Nathan Brock. So, that's like sister-in-law and brother-in-law getting together. Sister-in-law and brother-in-law by marriage. Sorry, I'm saying a lot today. Number 27 is Whirlwind. 27, wow. Is pick a series you've been wanting to start and read the first book in that series. My mom has read these years ago, and it's Welcome to Tyler series, though the first one is Whirlwind by Nancy Martin. I know it's Whirlwind, Texas, I think. Tyler, Texas. A town filled with memorable friends and unforgettable lovers. Share the passions, the hopes, and dreams of America's favorite small town. Each book set in Tyler is a self-contained story. Together they stitch the fabric of a community. So, this one's about Liza Barton arrives home unexpectedly. She moves into the old family lodge, where silent, mysterious Cliff Forrester has been living in seclusion for years. So yeah, my mom read these, and loved them. And I never knew which one was the first one. So I actually have two or three of these. The next one is, one of the books that I've never read before. I've seen the movie, I've never read the book. Number 57 is read a book from any Goodreads list that has the best in the name of the list. And I think it was best children's books, or best books of all time. Matilda by Roald Dahl. I've only read one Roald Dahl book, and it was an adult book. So, I've never read Matilda, ever. And I know it's just about a girl who loves to read, and her parents are useless, and the only one that pays attention to her is her teacher. And there's a crabby old lady down the street, I think. Or one of the teachers lives down the street and she's crappy. So then the next one is number 49. List your TBR by 50 books and sort by number ratings. Pick a book off the last page. And I picked Water for Elephants by Sara Gruen. I know it's about a circus that comes to town. And I think there's the relationship between her and one of the workers. And I was flipping through it the other day and going, "Ooh, that's a nifty picture," because there's pictures in here. But it's like an X-rated picture, so wasn't expecting that. But I think it has to do with, the the elephant trainers, and the woman who's married to the man who owns the circus, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. The next one is 51. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only chose 8 this month. Not sure why, but yeah, number 51. So list your TBR by 50 books and sort by average ratings. Pick a book off the second page. And that is Juliet Landon's His Duty, Her Destiny. It's a 1473, so that's what, medieval. Time had come, duty called, bound by his word. Sir Fergus Melrose would honour his betrothal, but first he must claim his betrothed. His task wouldn't be easy. Lady Nicola, oh boy, Coldingham was no longer the young lass who had worshipped his every move, nor since he spurned her childish love was she willing to give up her heart so easily again. And she is wearing pants. So, there's that one. Number 3. This is my daughter's book. She forgot she left it here, so she got it from the library and read it, so I think it's mine now. But it's go to a group you're a member of and read a book off of their shelves. You may use a series substitute if needed. So I picked A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Not quite sure what this is about, but my daughter loved it. Pretty unpopular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about, and 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. So, murder mystery, YA style. And the next one was number 23. So read a book from your TBR by a new to you author. And that is A Father Takes a Wife by Ginger Chambers. I think a single dad finds a mom for his daughter. And then the last one is number 19. And it's sort your TBR to show 50 books per page and sort by date added. Pick one book off the first page. Now, this one, I know I have this book. I cannot find it, but it's book 3 in the Stapleton and Montgomery series by Robin Cook. It's a medical thriller. She's not a coroner. Forensic pathologist or something. It's been a while. I started reading this before I even got on BookTube. And then we moved and books got kind of jumbled and I think I lost a box of books. This might have been in that box of books. How I lost a box of books, I have no idea. But I know there's another one that's missing by Robin Cook, and that was Blind Sight. And that was the one previous to this. But this is Chromosome 6. And it's just, they kind of get tangled into these crimes that are happening. Like, not mafia, but that sort of deal. Like gangs, mafia, higher-ups that are killing people to move ahead. Almost like, not spies, but that sort of deal where they get caught, higher up muckety mucks getting killed for money, things that they know, stuff like that. So that, if I can't find that one because there's an ebook, but it's on our website, the library's website has a Nora Roberts picture for that book. So I don't know if they just put the picture in there or if they don't have it. It's screwed up. So if I can't get to that one, then I will get to Enclave by Anne Aguirre. I have no idea what it is. I just know it's YA, probably sci-fi. And then that'll be it. So I will also be trying to get to my other books. Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. Treasure Hunters Book 4, Peril at the Top of the World by James Patterson. Wild Hearts and Cold Hearts by Sharon Sala. The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. Summer Days and Summer Nights by edited by Stephanie Perkins, and a whole list of things. And there's Sky O'Malley. Yeah, by Beatrice Small. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and Alice in Wonderland by, I can't remember, Lewis Carroll. And you're sitting on a book, like a little table that my daughter had made, and that's where the books are stacked. So, yeah, should be interesting. This is kind of a hard stack to grab, but there's the physical books. So, I hope everybody has an awesome weekend. Yeah, I'm hoping that the migraine will go away. It's mild right now, so I can function. Give it a couple more hours and I might not be functioning if I don't nip it in the bud. So yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again soon.